Representing multiplication. Doodle-doo, doodle-doo, doodle-doo. How can we represent multiplication using an array, statement, or even a word problem? You already know two methods to represent multiplication: repeated addition or a picture. For example, 4 times 6 equals 24. Remember, in a multiplication problem, the first number you see is always the number of groups. The second number is how many is in each group. So for repeated addition, there's 4 groups, 1, 2, 3, 4 that we're going to add. And there's 6 in each group, so we'll just add 6 4 times. 4 times 6 is the same thing as 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. They both equal 24. For the picture, let's draw 4 groups again. Those are my 4 groups, and there's 6 in each group. 4 times 6 is the same thing as 4 groups of 6 in this picture. To help you remember which number is the groups and which one is how many is in each group, just remember that the multiplication symbol represents groups of, 4 groups of 6. We can also represent multiplication using an array. Arrays are made up of columns and rows. Columns go up and down, rows go left to right. Let's make an array for 4 times 6 equals 24. The first number in a multiplication problem is always the number of rows in an array. So instead of saying 4 times 6, we'll say 4 rows of 6. Remember that rows go from left to right. So let's make our first row of 6. Here is 1 row of 6 x's. Now we have 2 rows of 6 x's in each, 3 rows of 6 x's in each, and finally, here are 4 rows of 6 x's. If you count them up, you'll notice that there are 24 x's in all. This is an array. Next, let's figure out how to put this multiplication problem into words. Instead of saying equal, we can say the word is. 4 times 6 equals 24, or 4 times 6 is 24. They both mean the same thing. For the multiplication symbol, we'll want to say times more. 4 times more than 6 is 24. Or we could switch it around and say 24 is 4 times more than 6. Finally, you can represent this multiplication problem using a word problem. Remember that the first number you see is the number of groups you'll want to have in your problem. The second number is how many goes in each group. Before I write my problem, I'll want to brainstorm what my group should be and what I want in each. In my word problem, I think I want to have 4 wagons with 6 pumpkins in each. Now let's just write it in words. Our class went to the pumpkin patch. We had 4 wagons with 6 pumpkins in each. The word each is very important in a multiplication problem. If we just said we had 4 wagons and 6 pumpkins, it wouldn't be multiplication. We would just say we had 6 pumpkins total. So because we know we have 6 pumpkins in each, we can now write the question to our problem. But wait, are we trying to figure out the number of wagons or pumpkins? Well, we already know we have 4 wagons. We're trying to figure out the total number of pumpkins there are. How many pumpkins did we have all together? We could use multiplication to solve this problem. 4 wagons times 6 pumpkins in each equals 24 total pumpkins. In this lesson, you learned how to represent a multiplication problem using an array, a statement, and a word problem.